I done got it. See my jewels, shining, shining. White diamonds, Miley Cyrus. Private jet, private pilot. Look at me, stylish, stylish. Masterpiece, body, body. Young, hey, I don't know no better. I'm on this every day. You cannot run with me, boy. I'm a heavyweight. Baby, I know what's coming. I could barely wait. And when it was on, they wanted me gone, boy. I'm here to stay. Stop calling me little bro. I got mileage on me. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. Yeah, more action and no talk. I went quiet on him. Walked in with the whole team, and we riding on him. Hey, couple of bands up in my pocket. I don't want pause to get wild nonsense. We got momentum, don't try to stop it. Diamonds are clear.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the New York Giants. Foles. They go screen. This is Ingram. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
To Mark Ingram.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Hit it.
And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, right at the 40. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. He sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Foles. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
They'll take over.
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
On the carry.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. From the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
On fourth down, here's Matt Bosher on the punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. He's going to field this at the 4. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Bears take over.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Here's Foles. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Foles on the give to Montgomery. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
They'll set up a throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Jones throwing on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
29-yard line.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 9. A huge play there for Chicago. 56 7 yards on the ground. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll run with Montgomery. And the Bears are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 and a good first step there with 2nd and goal coming up. On 2nd down, it's Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sets up 3rd down and goal.
They'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Foles. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
10 at their own.
So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Jones now. Throwing again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Flushed out right. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 18-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. That's going to be caught. And the Giants are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown.
Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Giants 14. Bears nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He was no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Second and 10. Throwing Jones. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. Jones brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Intended for Evan Ingram. Incomplete. It's now
on 4th down. On is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. This from 42 yards out.
Field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
1st and 10. At their own 17-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Set to kick off.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. He'll look to throw right away. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll try and throw for it here. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And on 4th and short, they snag a gain of over 30. Now Jones on 1st and 10, escaping the pressure right. It's complete to Golden Tate. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finds his tight end Ingram.
Jones pass.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
Gain of 5.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
9-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants.
Jones pass complete.
Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And down he'll go at the 25.
Anthony Miller.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Breaks a tackle. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball. I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
And the Giants first down.
Here's Jones. Off play action. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Nice gain there by the second-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year. But what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control the game with his running.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Flat. 80's getting the ball here. 80's getting the ball.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 19. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Well, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call PPR?
The receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back, no bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Not much there, only a yard. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
The 49-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Caught out left side by Robinson. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. All right, they're going to try it. Keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch twins. Watch twins. Pick.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions.
And that's caught inside the 35.
Jones pass.
And all the way down to the 29. It's a big-time play there for the G-Men. 42 yards. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 16 more on that one and another first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And the Giants are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Taken in the end zone. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Anthony Miller, incomplete. Results in a fourth down.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.